Hello and welcome to the 14th lesson, the second to last lesson of this free Learn Violin Online beginner course. I'm Megan and today we're going to be discussing new and different note values, rhythmic patterns, and time signatures. If you are enjoying this course and have learned a lot, just imagine how much you can learn inside of the Learn Violin Online membership. The basic level includes access to 4 courses, and the bronze and premium levels have access to 9 courses that are bigger and better than this one. Plus, you'll get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it's absolutely risk-free. If you try it and it's not the right fit, cancel and get 100% of your money back in 30 days. So, like I said previously, today we're going to be learning some new note values, rhythmic patterns, and time signatures. So, the first new note value we're going to be going over are 16th notes. There are 4 16th notes in one beat, so 4 16th notes in one quarter note. So that means each 16th note gets about 1/4 of a beat. So with my metronome on, I'm going to play 4 notes per click for 16th notes. So yes, these are very fast notes. This is what the 16th note rest looks like. It looks very similar to the 8th rest, however there are 2 flags on it instead of 1. The next note value we'll be covering are dotted half notes. Whenever you see a dot next to a note, so not above or below the note because that means staccato, but a dot next to the note, it means that you add half of that note's value to the note. So a regular half note gets 2 beats. Half of 2 is 1, so 2 plus 1 equals 3. Dotted half note gets 3 beats. I know, we got some math here, but hopefully it's relatively easy. So when I put my metronome on, I'm going to hold out one bow stroke for 3 clicks, or 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Those are dotted half notes. Up next is a dotted quarter note. Now what you know what a dot by a note means, how many beats do you think this note gets? Yes, it gets 1.5 beats or 3/8 notes worth. Dotted quarter notes usually appear with an 8th note following them. So the rhythmic pattern we're talking about now is a dotted quarter followed by an 8th. So I'll put my metronome on. The dotted quarter is going to last for 1.5 beats. So you'll hear 2 clicks, and then after the second click is when I'm gonna play the 8th note, which gets 1/2 of the beat. Dotted quarter notes do not always have to be followed by single 8th notes, but they are a lot of the time. So it's good to get familiar with that rhythmic pattern. The next note value we'll be going over is the dotted 8th note. With your knowledge of dots next to notes now, how many beats is this note gonna get? That's right, it will get 3/4 of a beat, so 1 8th note plus 1 16th note. Dotted 8th notes are most often followed by a single 16th note, as you see here. And this is essentially the same rhythm as the dotted quarter 8th note, but like half as long, right? So when I put my metronome on, I will be able to play this dotted 8th note and 16th note all within 1 click. So the first note, the dotted 8th note, is much longer than the second note, the 16th note, which is much shorter. And the final rhythmic value we'll be learning about today are triplets. So triplets always have a 3 above or below them. That's how you know they're a triplet. If you didn't have the 3 there, then it would just look like 3/8 notes together. Triplets are 1 beat, so you have to play 3 notes within 1 beat. The most common issue with triplets is rushing them. Each note of the triplet should get an even amount of time. They should get the same amount of time. You shouldn't go or something like that. They need to be even. All 3 of the notes of the triplets will fit within 1 click. Triplet, triplet, strawberry, strawberry. Sometimes using words like that helps internalize personalize the rhythms. The new time signature we'll be going over today is 6/8. So in our previous video on rhythms and time signatures, we talked about how the number on top tells you how many beats are in the measure. So in 6/8, how many beats are in the measure? That's right, there's 6. Now we haven't seen something with a time signature with an 8 on the bottom yet. Remember, the bottom number tells you what kind of note gets the beat. A 4, which we've seen before, means a quarter note, and 8 means an eighth note. So in 6/8, you have 6 eighth notes within the measure. This is a lot of times where you will see those 3 eighth notes that are together. So remembering that if it's a triplet, it's always going to have a 3 over it is really helpful, because if you just see the 3 eighth notes barred together in 6/8, it's not a triplet, it's just 3 eighth notes. This is also where you'll see a lot of dotted quarter notes and dotted half notes, because dotted quarter notes equals 3 eighth notes, right? And then dotted half notes equals 6 eighth notes. So essentially 2 dotted quarter notes would be a measure in 6/8, and then 1 dotted half note would be a measure in 6/8. Another rhythmic pattern that you will find a lot in 6/8 is a quarter note followed by an eighth note. So it would sound and feel something like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A lot of like Irish dances, jigs, and things like that are in 6/8 or 12/8 or 3/8. Now again, this is not a comprehensive list of all of the rhythmic patterns and all of the time signatures there are, but if you master these plus the ones in the previous video, you'll be able to play about 85–90% of all music. Our last lesson is up next, where I'll be summarizing everything we've learned so far, plus discussing practice techniques. You're also ready to learn the final 5 songs in the free songbook that accompanies this course. Be sure to check out the tutorials and play along videos for those pieces here on the channel as well. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and check out Learn Violin Online. It's always linked in the description. I'll see you next time.